Hey viewers, you're watching the Savera and I'm Vidhi Joshi. During a state visit to Slovenia, Chinese Foreign Minister Wang Yi firmly rejected the idea that China plays any role in global military conflicts, responding to recent comments made by US President Donald Trump urging NATO to impose tariffs of 50 to 100% on China. Speaking at a press conference alongside Slovenia's Deputy Prime Minister and Minister of Foreign and European Affairs, Tanja Fajon, Wang reiterated China's long-standing position of promoting peace, dialogue and political resolution rather than resorting to war or economic sanctions. Wang stated that war cannot solve problems and sanctions will only complicate them, emphasizing that China does not participate in or plan wars. He highlighted China's record as a responsible major power with what he called the best record on peace and security issues. According to Wang, China's role on the international stage is to encourage peace talks and facilitate the political settlement of conflict zones through dialogue. He also called for reinforcing multilateralism, strengthening international cooperation mechanisms, and safeguarding the principles of the United Nations Charter. He described the current international landscape as one of intertwined chaos and continuous conflicts, underlining the urgent need for responsible diplomacy over confrontation. Wang's remarks came in response to President Donald Trump's recent statements calling on NATO nations to dramatically increase tariffs on China and halt purchases of Russia's oil. Trump asserted that such economic pressure combined with the unity among NATO nations would help bring an end to the ongoing war in Ukraine. On his Truth Social platform, Trump claimed that China holds a strong control and even grip over Russia and that the proposed tariffs would be instrumental in breaking that grip. He argued that the war was both deadly and ridiculous and that decisive economic action targeting Beijing could help resolve it. Donald Trump further criticized NATO allies for continuing to buy Russia's oil, calling their actions shocking and claiming that such purchases undermine collective bargaining power against Moscow. He warned that NATO's overall commitment to ending the war has been far less than 100% and said that he is ready to move forward with major sanctions on Russia, but only when all the NATO nations are fully aligned in taking similar steps. The president, who has positioned himself as a potential peace broker in the intensifying Russia-Ukraine conflict, also reignited criticism of Chinese President Xi Jinping, accusing him of conspiring against the United States. These remarks came shortly after a major military parade in China on September 3, which was attended by both Russia's President Vladimir Putin and North Korean leader Kim Jong-un, an event that further fueled speculation about deepening ties among the three nations. Despite his accusations, Trump claimed that his personal relationship with China's leadership remained very good. Interestingly, while Donald Trump targeted China and Russia in his latest comments, India was notably absent from his proposed economic measure this time. This marks a shift from his previous rhetoric where he had accused New Delhi of supporting Moscow through large-scale oil imports and had imposed a 50% tariff on Indian goods. The omission could indicate that Washington and New Delhi are working towards a separate agreement despite previous relationships and tensions. As geopolitical tensions escalate and the war in Ukraine drags on, China has remained consistent in projecting itself as a neutral power, advocating for diplomacy and questioning against punitive measures that could further destabilize global security. Wang Yi reiterated that China and Europe should be friends rather than rivals and encouraged cooperation over confrontation. He emphasized that both the sides must make wise decisions in what he called the greatest changes in a century, reflecting the shared responsibility to uphold peace and global stability. That's all for now. Stay tuned to the Savera for more updates. Do like, comment and subscribe to the channel.